Here we go. Welcome back, everyone, to another CSR broadcast of the Motd series. Go down, hit that gear icon on the bottom right of your screen, and turn up the quality up that 1440. Get it to its max capacity. These guys just getting ready to take to the grid here this evening. So let's get a look. Let's get you caught up with everything here. Let's get you caught up with the Gen 6 series, my favorite. Mr. Drift, of course, still staying consistent here in this block leads, but a little bit closer points battle for the Gen 6 blocks. Obviously, it's still very early on in this one. So, still some room to wiggle here for the Gen 6 championship. What's up, Critical? We see you down there. And then, obviously, your overall standings. Right now, Drift is sitting comfortably in front of Branch, but I wouldn't say too comfortably right now. There's definitely going to be some, let's just say, apprehension, especially coming into this week. There has been some chaos here at IRSS over this season for Motd as these guys get ready to roll off here this evening. You'll watch the grid go ahead and take off. A lot of these beautifully painted race cars getting ready to take off here. So let's go ahead and get you your starting grid for this evening as these guys roll it on off. Oh man, our stuff is still off-centered. Man, will you try to fix all of this stuff? Just me and SDK are just gonna go at it here. But Eddie Rowdy up there puts it on the pole. I don't think he's actually from Antarctica, but hey, you never know. But with Dylan on the outside, Scott Wise, P3, Christian Rhodes, Jason Branch, Eric Hayden, P6, Bobby Wetzel, Craig Martin, Evan Perry, Ryan Wilson, Steve Anderson, Josh McKinney, your top 12 as these guys roll around the racetrack here. This massive speedway, I got to get out there and do some practice. We're going to see speeds well over 240 miles an hour here this evening. Brian Hayes, AJ Condon, there's Mr. Drift, Jerry Fassett, Sam Taylor, William Britton, Jim Segredo, last week's winner in that 21 machine. Yes, that did hold up after review. If you go ahead over to Highline Racing Network and check that out. Marcus Kaiser, Gregory Thurlow, Alex Lieball in the 24 machine, Tommy Rogers, Justin Lee Pearson, as you see, Fred Anderson, DJ Waddle, Christopher Lungsford, Joe Wells, Scott Lay, James Tinder, Mr. Shifty, Ward Lankins, Melnick, obviously myself. I joined it a different way here tonight to see if that would correct the issues in which we were having last weekend, and Zach Harris. So 34 put down some qualifying efforts here this evening, and 34 will lead us to the green, which we are getting ready to go to now. Mr. Rowdy is going to lead us to the green flag. The green flag is out. We are ready for 84 laps from the IRSS series for Motd. Is tonight going to be a repeat of the last time we were here with the Motd series? It was a caution fest. It was a race of attrition. It was almost like the last lap of the Daytona 500, but kind of for the entirety here because some of these guys using those fast repairs. But right now, all is smooth. Right now, Dylan getting a good run there on the outside. We're definitely going to be playing around with some speed in the graphics as this evening goes on. We still have some more things from the pre-race show. If you saw the Highline broadcast last week, how that finishes up, we're working hand-in-hand with Tommy Rogers. We're going to try to get that, our broadcast right up to par with that, get you guys a lot more information and things to kind of keep track of as the evening goes on, as well as, SDK, it was good, it served its purpose, but I think I'm going to say my goodbyes with SDK because it has kind of royally infuriated me, I should say, is probably the words that I'm looking for over the last few here. You see the field spread out here in the back, but still some three-wide action in the middle here, but plenty of room on this racetrack. I mean, you could theoretically be 6-7 wide here on this racetrack and get away with it. The big thing is right there. You're going to see it with the 14. You're going to see it all night long. Well, one, you see the sparks from underneath these cars. They're absolutely dragging the racetrack. But you drop into these corners almost like a Dover, and these cars heavily want to wash up the racetrack, especially if you're in line with other drivers. You don't have it on the downforce on the nose. That car just wants to absolutely wash up the hill as you get a look at just the significant banking here. We'll try to get a look maybe on board. I believe this is going to be Sam Taylor to his inside. Try to look at the gyro cam here at the way out. So he's going to slide up into lane 2. Going to give some room, but I think it's more significant on the bottom. You see just how violent that is. These guys dropping down into the corner. You put a ton of wheel in it. I know if you guys have watched the CSR broadcast from IRSS here over this season, we have talked about that several times, just how you have to put so much wheel to get this thing pointed down into the corners and make good time. Eric Hayden and company going to slide up just a small touch with the wall here. Going to bring up this second pack of Justin Lee Pearson, Zach Cato, DJ Waddle, Lunsford, Lincolns, and Pennington. Joe Wells, I believe, also still, yes, in this mix with James Tinder bringing up the end of it. So these guys all working together to regain and catch the first pack here this evening, as they are still side by side. But this pair right here out front early is a dangerous combination for the rest of the field. Dylan and Christian nose to tail. Again, if you have followed along with the Motd series, this is not a sight that you are not used to, as you see the 28 drift way up the racetrack there. Again, you're going to see that all night, just the downforce not being on the nose. If you're a little late on turning your hands, if you're trying to get up with a teammate, maybe just move one lane, you accidentally slide 4 lanes up the racetrack. And you see all that there out of Branch, and you see just how quickly he can fade to the back. I did notice somewhere right in here, Jim Segredo and Tommy Rogers. Tommy Rogers up 15 spots as this race is progressing. Last week's winner right there, you see him. Jim Segredo there in the 21 machine picked up a big first win for the Highline crew up there, the old Angry Wives racing team. So good job as he jumps to the high side with Bobby Wetzel. I believe they pretty much have followed Bobby from the back, or I shouldn't say that, the middle of the pack, to where they are right now. Those guys continuing to work well together. Now looking to the outside. We'll get a look at some of the speeds that these guys are pulling. Yeah, 250 anyone going down the back straightaway here at IRSS. These guys are boogieing, but that just means when it happens, boy, it happens quick, and it's probably, if you're going around with the grace of maybe just going for a really long slide, the fast repairs are going to be inevitable. It's going to be very difficult to try to just manually repair cars and save your fast repairs when you're running speeds like this. Scott Wise has fallen back into the clutches of the second pack that we saw Justin Lee Pearson and Zach Cato leading. Now, Rowdy also falling way back right now, down 15 and continuing to lose here. Really dropping through this field. Wonder if there is anything wrong with the 33 car. All looks good. I'm just getting a look through the field to maybe see where some of his teammates are. Maybe that could be the reason he's trying to go around and search and find his teammates. Maybe he wants absolutely nothing to do with this top pack here, which, I mean, I don't blame him. After we've seen 13 and 14 cautions here a few different times over this season, I would like to think that maybe some guys as well would say that they would prefer not to have got caught up in something early here at iRacing Super Speedway. While we were turning some practice laps earlier, I noticed we're somewhere around the 24 to 28, I believe I saw on fuel margin. That was kind of with just a couple car push. Gotta imagine if you are just just kind of tail riding this field, you're probably able to save a significant amount of fuel, although the track is 3.1 miles. Going to be difficult, but with the speeds they're running, if you can manage your gaps well, you could probably save at least a lap or two on fuel. But you have to have somebody who is able to do it with you, so because otherwise you will lose just an incredible amount of time out there by yourself. So Branch now working his way back up through the field, getting that high side going here for Motd. as we see AJ Condon go ahead and drive it down off into that corner there. He's going to go take the lead in that 5 machine. Good to see AJ going out and grabbing the lead early in this one. He has had a rough go of it here on the racetrack and off the racetrack, we should say. So great to see AJ powering his way to the lead here on lap 10. We'll see if McKinney's nice to him if he stays in line. But AJ maybe going to go ahead and grab a lap lead here this evening. Looks like they're all going to stay in line right now. AJ Condon going to grab himself a lap lead here for Motd. Well, as quickly as he leads one, well, McKinney said, no, I'm going to go ahead and swap. No, this could be a team move as well, just guys cycling through. The one thing, is big step out of line there for Steven Anderson. He hangs on to it. Everyone gives enough room. The one thing I did notice, kind of more than normal, I should say, was the closing rate in which you caught the back bumper of somebody was significantly more than I would traditionally be used to here. We'll see. It really depends on if McKinney stays on the throttle. Yeah, I think now he's full throttle. So just how quickly. I mean, he was managing, and then as soon as he wanted to close, he closed and was pushing. So usually where you have to generate a little bit of momentum and kind of see and manage, I guess if you're not familiar with the stock cars or these Gen 6, you kind of have to, about 4 or 5 seconds before you want to generate your run, think about how and when you're going to time that, then get to the back bumper, start pushing. This tonight kind of seems like you're able to manage it, and as soon as you say, I'm ready to go, you put your throttle down, you're closing that gap and back out on somebody's back bumper. So going to be interesting to see, especially as laps wind down, if that could pose a problem or just some guys just maybe just get some huge runs. And it really really causing a little bit of chaos as the night goes, as Christian Rhodes continues to lead.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Well, I think we're working through some mic issues. All of a sudden, it just cut off. I could hear everything, but it wouldn't really. I think we're working through some mic issues. Really wouldn't work too well for us. So I don't know what that thing's problem was, but we'll get a look at the schedule here for the MOTD series. So I don't know what that thing's problem was, but we'll get a look at the schedule here for the MOTD series. So I don't know what that thing's problem was, but we'll get a look at the schedule here for the MOTD series. So I don't know what that problem was, but we'll get a look at the schedule here for the MOTD series. Oh, early shoving here. A little bit of excitement on that outside row. The pace car's down and away. Hopefully this mic thing kind of figures out. There we go. Now we got echoes going on. But Christian Rhodes, we had some unscheduled pit stop. Wilson is saying he set the over-under at 9.5. He took the under for tonight. Okay. All right. He's thinking we're going to be under that. Thinking maybe some guys lost some patience or are going to find some patience. But under that one, that's a super unfortunate wreck. I don't know if we were, I don't think we had audio because I was trying to listen to myself to see if it was working. But that's just 4 cars in the back of the pack just trying to make time. And I'm a little disappointed I didn't have my driver's voice chat on for that one because I think that one was probably pretty candid as to the conversation that was had there. Here we go. Let's get a look through some of these guys coming up through the field. Zach Cato up 31 spots right now, all over the back bumper of the 28 of Branch. So he is the biggest mover of the race, along with Zach Harry. They're actually tied right now for plus 30 spots up. So from the back to the front is the 07 and the 6 machine of Zach Cato. 07 doing a great job. We'll see if he can keep that car up front. He's had a kind of a rough go as of late as well. Let's see. We'll see who might be the biggest mover. We saw Brian Hayes get stuck up in that wreck as well. He used that fast repair. He's hanging on. Shane Ward looking like maybe he just did not catch up to the back of the pack. That thing looks pretty clean, but I can't tell if there's still some left front damage, so maybe he went with the other route. Melnick definitely was going to need the fast repair. He is 1 lap down, well off the pace back there. I did see Jerry Fassett caught up in that wreck, had to use the fast repair as well. Winner a couple weeks ago here, 24 of Alex Lieball in the truck series, grabbed himself a win. He, I think, is just hanging out in the back right now. So Dylan right now after his pit stop, believe is going to be the biggest loser. And now we got the even more. The 22 of Craig Martin is in it. Oh, just slides across the nose of these guys back here. They go by so fast. It's so hard to keep up and see. Oh, the 22. The nose is caved in a little bit of rear damage, but we'll see what happened to bring out the yellow flag here right in the middle of Tommy Rogers. Oh, my Lord. That might be the worst netcode. Oh, and then Tommy and Eric going to get caught up. Eric going to suffer a ton of damage. And that, wow. That is quite literally no one's fault. I mean, I don't know how you... What do you do? I mean, there's a whole lane between these two cars. And Netcode goes up and grabs him from the 20th. I mean, I know Al hit the apron, but I mean, and the guy who might have the worst end of it all is Eric Hayden. I mean, this car's crushed. Wow. I wonder if he's able to get this thing rolling, able to tow it back to pit road, but looking like he's having a really hard time steering that. So, wow. Oh, man, just a tough break for Eric Hayden. He was having himself a solid night until then. Wow, Netcode really biting him right there as the leaders now making their way onto pit road. Looking like Segredo and Justin Lee Pearson going to stay out on the racetrack right now. A good majority of the rest of the field. Some of the guys who pitted last time staying out there. The 12, Joe Wells, I believe, is staying out. Or is that Rowdy? Now their paint schemes are so similar together. Going to be hard to tell the difference between them two all night. I believe it is going to be, yeah, Wells that stays out on the racetrack. We'll just keep it right here, see who wins the race off of pit road on the CSR broadcast channel. As you see these guys on and off pit road here, going up front to last week's winner here, Jim Segredo. Now leading the field here. Jim really finding his strides. I know he's got a ton of experience here in these Gen 6 cars. Well, I mean, doesn't matter how you cut it. He put in the time with these Gen 6 cars. He runs almost every night, and during this block, he is showing that the experience is paying off. He's got that car up front. Another guy right here in the 58 machine, the iRaces Lounge podcast. Justin Lee Pearson, also very familiar with these cars, had a strong run last week as well. These guys now sitting at the front of this field right now. Joe Wells, Dylan, Shifty. Shifty is up in the top 5, up 26 spots right now. Sam Taylor also up there in the 9. He's had a rough patch of it here lately, but a winner here this season. Eddie Rowdy, Christian Rose, Al Likens, Bobby Wetzel, your top 10 right now. Outside the top 10, Tinder, Drift, Lunsford, McKinney, AJ Kahn, and Zach Harry Branch, Steve Anderson, Zach Cato, Scott Wise, your top 20 as they run right now. Pace car should be, if I have my bearings right. Are we on the back? I believe maybe we're just on the back straight. We are on the back straightaway. This track is so. I mean, it's a paper clip. This is a absolutely massive paper clip sometimes, and there's not many markings on the track, especially from the broadcast side, except for if you get to the grass right here to know if you're on the front or the back straightaway. So tough to play with the camera angles, but track is massive. You see it here. I mean, there's a full field, and they're kind of spread out right now, and it's only a corner because the corners are so tight. But here we go. Now we're getting ready to fire this thing off. Pearson is Segredo going to lead us back to green for the Motd series.
Green, green, green.
clean start for the 21, but the 12 immediately on the back bumpers. Oh, we got Jerry Fassett is in the wall back here. Already in the back. Something happened to Jerry, and he's going to get his own teammate of Eric Hayden again. Let's see. I think we're going to have to... we're not going to get a caution out of this, so we're going to figure out what happens here. Oh, Lee Ball's going to check up. The 34 is going to hit... Oh, man. That is almost as disastrous for a team and friends as that could have just gotten. All those cars that just made contact from the 24, the 34, the 23, the 72, the 71, they're all friends and unofficial and official teammates, and they all just caused each other damage right there. They know what I'd say. Nobody wrecks more. They know where I'm going with this. I'm sure I'm Mr. Wilson as the 12 rockets his way right back to the lead. Something, oh, I believe we're hearing some more chaos. No, they got it all pointed in the right direction. The one thing I did is, where in the world Segredo? Oh, okay, he falls back. He's just in line right there. I was like, ain't no way he fell back that fast. Segredo in line about the fifth car on the inside. Bobby Wetzel on the outside with Drift McKinney out there. I believe that is the 07 Zach Harry in that the Skittles graveyard car. Now they're all going to just leave the 12. Bobby Wetzel going to grab himself that lap lead this time around. Lap 26 of 84. I mean, the laps just tick off here quick. We'll go around and see which is the fastest lap of the race. I believe we're down in the 43 flats. I believe Sam Taylor is going to be close to having that lap, the fastest lap of the race here so far as they continue to make their way. We're going to go through and scroll through some of the data here as we continue on the CSR broadcast. Oh, a huge wreck. Oh, my Lord, that happened so fast. Zach Cato in the outside wall hard. That is how fast it can happen here at iRacing Super Speedway here. Put it full screen. The 3 just a little out of shape. Zach Harry just, oh, man. I've noticed this a little bit with Zach. A little slow to the reaction. I don't want to throw cast shade. I hate doing it, but, man, over several races, oh, the 07 car's just been pretty slow to jump out of the throttle, to be honest with you. But let's see here. Something that 3 just got, the 6 is just trying to work with, the 3 here. I think the 3 is just going to get a little tight. Yeah, pushes up the racetrack a little bit. So the 6 is just going to jump out of the gas here, try to give him a little room to play. And the 07 is just still coming, and then just, yep, going to hit the right rear. The 07 is going to go up the wall. It's going to overcorrect for the driver of the 6, and boom. That thing is going to hit a ton. I believe, oh man, somebody down there, who is that, going to slide to the inside wall as well. Jerry Fassett was already on pit road. Trying to see, was that Melnick again? No, okay, that was not Melnick this time. Trying to see, is that Fred Pennington maybe that got caught up late in this? It sure is, right there. Driver of the 10. As long as he can, Oh, you know what? That was fantastic. I don't know if anybody else caught this. If he leaves these brakes locked, he is making pretty significant contact with the inside wall. Right here, he's got it locked. This thing is going to nose in, and he's going to take a pretty hard lick. But right here, he allows the car to roll, and it starts to get away from the wall. Then he locks it down again, and he's just going to drag. I don't even know if he touched. Him letting go of that brake right there saved him a significant amount of damage. Locks it up, lets it roll back away from the wall. I mean, just touches it. Fantastic job, Fred. Absolutely fantastic job. As we're getting alerts popping up here, we're going to get rid of that. But, oh, wow. That is how you do it right there. Great job by Fred Anderson there to not destroy that thing. I mean, that was huge. Fred Pennington, excuse me, not Anderson. Great job. Absolutely fantastic job minimizing that as they make their way around the racetrack here. Continuing under caution, our third one of the evening for the Motd series. Heading down the back straightaway here, Sam Taylor, Dylan, Lincoln's or Likens? You're going to have to correct me on that. McKinney, Rhodes, Wells, Drift. So a lot of the heavy hitters right now after the third caution are up in the mix here as they get ready to go back green flag racing. Let me know your guys' early predictions. Who you think is going to get it done here tonight? It seems a little, tame Kate showers. Cato for president seems a little tame right now. You guys let me know. Give me just an early prediction. You can correct it later. Give me an early prediction of who you think is going to grab the win here this evening. We'll still do our lap 20 predictions as we get ready to go back to green for the Motd series.
Green flag, green flag. Yellow flag is out. Green flag, green flag. Green, green, green. Green flag, green flag. flag, green flag. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
All right, wait. Yes, we got it working. Oh, my Lord, we have... Okay, so, apparently, one of the prongs in our old cord broke. So we just ran to the store, left it on the exciting cam, rushed back, put the new cord in, it did a software update. I think we're good. I'm going to double check everything on our end. Yes, we have sound. Okay. Perfect. Just in time. I think I kept up with it. I had YouTube on in my truck so I could so I could keep up what was happening in the race. We're under our 9th caution of the night. I believe we only have a couple laps to go. Wow. Yeah, so we had a broken prong, apparently. We went and figured that out. Dissected the problem, and here we are. Just in time for the final of this one. So, let me see here. Let's do some magic here. I mean, I'm gonna try to do some magic. Oh.
Hey, Craig, you're back.
There we go. What up, Kato?
Hello.
We were just gonna bring in somebody to figure out. Are we on a green white checker?
Well, I'm not in the race anymore. I got wrecked out.
Oh, okay.
You've missed a lot. I came over here and tried to broadcast for you while watching the broadcast, but it didn't work.
Yeah, there's a little delay.
Yeah, it's been. Oh, is there?
There's a delay between the broadcast and what's happening, and your sound and all that stuff. I have it delayed, but yeah, apparently, when I was moving some stuff around earlier, I had a loose wire and it was a loose prong, and that's why I kept cutting in and out. So I ran to the store, rushed back, and I think I'm getting back just in time for the end of the race.
Yeah, you've been pretty eventful.
All right,
we had the USS Joe Wells out there flying off the wall, torpedo missile. Not his fault.
Okay.
He blew an engine.
All right.
There's been other couple blown engines, some tire wear, people drifting off the track, clipping people, some more net code, the whole shindig, you know.
Okay, I've seen a little bit, just like I said, because I was kind of on the YouTube land and trying to figure out, and keep up with it. So if I made it back in time, we could, we at least kind of had an idea. So Christian Rhodes, McKinney, Lee Ball's up there, Dylan, Likens, Branch. Oh boy, we'll have to go. I mean, we're gonna have to do a full breakdown on this one there. From IRSS there, Kato. Your night ended after you died into the wall at 100 miles an hour was that... Oh, I'm trying to jog my memory now. What crash did your night end in?
So, I mean, really it ended when the torpedo hit from Joe Wells. So he blew an engine, tried to get out of the way. Things went sideways, and he came up, hit the wall, but it I don't know how it happened, but he came off the wall at Mach 20 and nailed me in the passenger door. Again, not his fault. That originally took me out of the race, but I had 10 minutes of required. Oh. So I did that and was like, screw it, I'm going to go race again. And so I went back out 10 laps down, and then another wreck happened, and that topped it off. I was like, I'm done.
Just finish. Just kind of take it behind the wall. So you got Christian Rhodes, McKinney, Anderson, Lebo, Dylan, Al. You got one of your favorite boys up there. Wilson's there. He's got Evan Perry up in there. Well, DJ Waddle, Bobby Wetzel, getting ready to go back to green. I believe this is going to be our first green-white checker. I think that's when I came in. I think I saw 4 laps to go. Christian Rhodes takes off. Yeah, okay, so 2 laps to go. So maybe this could be a natural green-white checker here, Kato, as they go down into 1 and 2. Kato, I'm going to share my screen here so you can see what I'm looking at.
Oh.
We'll try to figure it out so you're not on a delay. Christian Rhodes. Oh, another good run for Steve Anderson up there. Riding in the first car on the outside. trying to multitask here. I cannot believe I got to the store and back in time before this one was over. I'm pretty proud of that. Oh, out in the back, Joe Wells is hanging off for dear life. He does now. Christian Rhodes going to bring the 46 with him down the backstretch. Now the 46 looks inside, but he stays in line right now. No chaos, but 3 wide. Sam Taylor trying to make a run. Shower of sparks coming in off of turn 4. Rhodes going to lead him back to the white flag. Down
I don't
into
know what's
one.
going to happen in this one.
Whoa, here comes Lincolns with a big run to 20. He's won a couple times this season. The 12 goes to push him. Rhodes hanging tight on the inside. Cato, I think you're going to want to be in the outside if you had a choice, no?
I think so. If you can get down on them a little bit and they don't come up.
Yeah, now here comes that outside lane. He pulls ahead 4 or 5 cars. Waddle goes the inside. Lincoln's out there now. When does the 12 make a move? You know he's going to. He shows the nose. He's going high, but where does Branch go? Branch does not go with him. Now he tries to get the run going down the front straightaway. Here they come to the line. The 20, the 12. They're going to make contact. Oh, I can't tell. Did Wetzel get to the outside? Oh, some major hits.
Now, he can't see, man. His hood's up. Who's that, Joe Wells?
There's carnage everywhere. Oh, wow.
Dang.
All right, so here we come off of turn 4. I'm going to try to find the best camera angles that we can of this. I think this might be our best shot. So the 12 is going to come down.
You know, Craig, I think since you started sharing your screen, your stream started lagging a little bit. If you want to close it down, you can.
Okay, of course it did. All right, so that all right, hold on. Here we go. So let's rewind it here. Of course, during all the action, that's when it wants to do it again. So out of 4, heading down. Here comes the 12 for the side drop. The 20 tries to come up, and then the 28 is going to make... Oh, of course, the camera angle changes right as they get to the line. Then the 28 is going to make some contact here. Let's see. This might be our best shot here. Oh, I think the 20 keeps the 12 just straight enough where the 12 of Dylan grabs the win. Yeah, he's inside the 20.
Okay, that was a good ending. That's what, his second win here? Second or third win here?
I might be his 4th on the season.
That dude always finds a way to get it done.
Yeah, so let's see. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is win number 4 for Dylan on the year.
Gotta go, Craig.
Okay. Kato. He's out of here in a hurry. Where are you hiding? Mr. Dylan, believe you are in Slightly Dangerous. Yes, you are. There you are. Well, another one. This one, a little bit of chaos.
Yeah, for sure. I don't even know how I won that. I started 3rd on the bottom. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get stuck on the bottom. Going into on the restart, I was able to hop up behind Al, my teammate, and then glued to his bumper till out of 4, took the run and barely made it to the line, Bubba.
Yeah.
Felt good.
Your car was halfway inside his, and then I couldn't tell with all the contact if Wetzel ended up getting up there next to you guys. It looked like a blast. We had issues over here. Seems like maybe we resolved our mic issues for now. But how much fun did you have behind the wheel tonight? It looked like it was pretty entertaining, a little wild.
It was a blast, man. We had a crap show last week, so I think we put on a good show today. I mean, we still had our cautions, but I was able to stay up front most of it, and I got hooked by the 88. I mean, I don't really know what happened there, but I had to use my fast repair, and then I was fighting to get back up front the whole time. I finally got up there. Slightly Dangerous was kind of controlling the race there at the end, and I just got lucky that I was able to clear it behind Al in that restart, because I put it on his bumper, and we took over, son. I feel bad for Christian, because he was in the catbird seat, but we had such a run, he was not going to be able to block that run, so I appriciate him not blocking and killing us all.
Yeah, that could have
Slightly
been
Dangerous, baby. Come on, all in the top 10 tonight.
Back in the win column once again. Congratulations on it. Good job tonight, bud.
Yes, sir. It has been a minute. I thought I forgot how to win, but here we are. Here we are. I appreciate you. Go
Uh,
slightly dangerous, baby.
Dylan in the 12, grabbing yet another win here this evening. We got to go ahead and we'll get our, let's see here. Oh man, all of a sudden it seemed like the stream was working so well all night, and now we want to just be issues. Maybe we're clearing up here a little bit. I don't know. I think it's a mixture of SDK, Discord, all the above. But, well, we have a moment here. Let's go ahead and bring up the final results for this evening, because the results did change just a little bit as the evening went on. We got Bobby Wetzel here in the chat. I believe, Bobby, you almost came and stole this one.
Yeah, it was just a frustrating race. Too many cautions. Something about this car, the Gen 6 car, and the draft package, just it doesn't fluctuate good with guys. But we had a good finish, third place. Just really wish would have had some more green flag runs. Would have liked to have a green flag pit stop, but it is what it is, and we're happy with the third place. Would have been happier with the second or third, but hey. Beggars can't be choosers,
I thought once the contact started being made, I think if the 20 didn't point the nose of the 12 back straight, I think you may have stole this one, is how close it was. To have 4 guys finish under a tenth of a second. I mean, I know the race had some yellows, but that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and this track is indicative of that. I mean, it's a really good track for that kind of stuff. It's I also wish iRacing didn't nerf these cars too, because before we could hit an excess of 260, and it's just that made the car a little bit more handling centric, and it just restrictor plate racing, I guess. I don't know, at 245 miles an hour.
Yeah.
As I know, I'm in a super speedway series, but the more I run them, the less I feel enticed to, especially after Daytona all this weekend. I'm just kind of like burnt out
About it a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I can't blame you. I mean, having a good block once again, put yourself in position halfway through the Gen 6. Are we going to see this 09 car in victory lane here shortly?
Who knows? It's a roll of the dice here nowadays. So I don't know. Well, not roll of the dice. It's a roulette wheel, and you can't bet on red or black. You got to bet it on a number, and that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I had a buddy say, give me your top 5 drivers for the Daytona 500, and I said, put all the drivers' name in a bucket, kick it all the way across your front yawn, and whatever numbers come out as your first 5. I think that some nights is just how the Daytona 500 works out. I think some nights you can think the same thing here. Just some nights it's fantastic, other nights chaos ensues. But under the caution mark for the last time we were here at RSS, so maybe slightly better than the 14 cautions we had before.
Yeah, a little bit better, but it's I don't know. I'm just I'm a little bit old school. You give me a car where we're gonna a single file pack will pull away. Give me something like that. Something that's really racing. I mean, it's still restrictor plate, still super speedway, even though these aren't restricted, and it's still racing. It's just what we're doing right now is it's I-75 going south through Florida.
Yeah. And rush hour with maybe a couple guys that stopped at the bar before they got on their way home. But nonetheless, congrats on the P3, bud.
All right, thanks, man, and thanks for doing all the broadcasts. And I got to thank the league for doing everything they do, the admin staff. They're going to have some fun time watching the cautions over the weekend and dictating who was at fault, and it's going to be fun to watch that, read that penalty report. But hey, here we are, guys.
I think it's going to be long. They better have a lot of ink ready to go. I'm just saying, or to either type it out or write it down.
Oh, they got to be careful. Carpal tunnel and typing, it's a thing.
Well, good job. We'll catch up with you shortly.
You have a good one, man.
So while we get a quick look here, Al Lincoln's grab another great run there for the 20. You saw how close it was. Bobby Wetzel. We just spoke with Sam Taylor, Jason Branch, Tommy Rogers getting up there, Jim Segredo as well. In the top 10, DJ Waddle. Christian Rhodes falls all the way back to 9th. Steve Anderson, Ryan Wilson just outside the top 10. Josh McKinney, Alex Lieball, Evan Perry, Shane Ward, Christopher Lunsford, Joe Wells, Craig Martin. Your top 18. We'll get you the final results here in just a second. We'll scroll through them, but I want to bring in one guy who looked like he might have been in the catbird seat. And then they all left him out to dry on the inside once again. Christian, you're going to have to start, handing out a couple bucks on Venmos to get a couple of these guys to go with you on the last lap.
I don't know what I got to do, man. Last week I tried reversing the scheme, thinking that would break the luck, and it ended up being worse for me. I was involved in almost every single wreck last week, and so this week I was like, I'll go back to the paint scheme, at least try to run up front. And coming to 1 to go, things were looking pretty in that outside lane. They were moving about 10 miles per hour faster, and I was like, if I go up and block it, they're going to run me over. It might wreck me.
Yeah.
So I just chose to stay on the bottom, and another one.
Well, at least you didn't finish second to the 12 again.
Yeah. I think I would have rather finished second to the 12 rather than, going from 1st to 9th on the last lap. But at least we didn't wreck out.
Yeah, you know what? I got to say, I know the race was full with a little bit of chaos, but coming to the line with just that rate of speed and guys blocking and moving, I know the leaders made some contact, but it's not like we had wad him up off of 4 and it was the guy in 15th that just snuck his way through. So it's still a great end to the race.
Yeah, we actually got some green flag laps in today. It was actually nice. I was hoping for some green flag pit stops, but last week was chaos. We had, I think, 14, 15 cautions. So having less tonight was very nice.
Yeah, well, and considering the last few times we have been to IRSS, we have been at that 14 and 15 mark. So a couple less. Ryan Wilson, I don't know. We're going to have to talk to him about lottery numbers because he predicts the cautions every single week, and once again he was right. He said 9.5 is the mark, and he was taking the under for tonight, so he's spot on. Yeah,
well, maybe he knows some insider stuff with the drivers that we don't.
Yeah, maybe he's just wrecking guys back there to make himself look.
Yeah, exactly.
He's at that
got
9
some race manipulation.
Yeah. And he's on the board. I'm just saying. I'm just putting some. No, I'm just kidding, but. Another good run for you. We just maybe got to change up the colors completely. Go with something that's not Pennzoil yellow and black. Just throw some obscure colors on there. Maybe that'll be the time we get to finally see Christian Rhodes in victory lane.
Yeah, we'll see. It's been a hard one trying to get there. It's been eluding me.
But you've been strong all season long.
Yeah, I think we got most laps led tonight. If I'm thinking correctly. I don't think it was close with one other guy, but I think I got most laps led, so at least that'll be some points. I did well in the stages.
Let's see here. If I can get you back to the white flag, I might be able to get you that data. Nope. The iRacing says you're done. You don't get any more of that data. That's why we're switching from good old SDK, because SDK has just infuriated me as of late. Tonight, my microphone got me, but hopefully we'll catch up with you in victory lane soon enough, Christian.
I'm hoping for it. Thank you, boss.
All right, we'll catch up with you as well. Let's see who else is still here to get a word in with. Looking around, all the Highline boys are gone. So, you guys are taking a look at the end of this one. They're getting ready to come out of turn 4. You see it here. The 12 makes in his move to the outside. Drag race down the front straightaway. Door checking, a little bit of contact. And across the line. And the chaos. Jason Branch goes for a big hit there. Shifty takes a big hit as well. Get a couple different looks from throughout this one. Now that we have a working microphone, man, I'm so glad we got back in time. But at the same time, I'm so disappointed how, it just was going so smooth. And everything started going chaos again. Get a look here from Tommy Rogers on board on the final lap from IRSS. just some chaos. The boys put on one hell of a show here from iRacing Super Speedway. Well, that is it for this evening. We already had our conversation with good old Tommy Rogers. We're going to be revamping this whole thing because it is at a level that is unacceptable for this series, for the CSR broadcast channel. SDK, good run, but hopefully this will be the last weekend or last week we use SDK. I don't know why, what, or how, but it has severely gone downhill. Tonight was the microphone. I think that just was one of those things that oddly enough happens, but we'll have that all squared away. We're good to go there, but we're hopefully going to come back at the CSR broadcast channel with a full update. We'll have some awesome stuff for you. If you guys saw any of Highline's broadcast of last week's race, we're definitely going to try to get on board with a good majority of the data and information that he has throughout our next broadcast. Well, for myself here at CSR Broadcast, from Scott Wise and Lauren here from Motd, make sure you give them a huge shout out there in the comment section. Look them up on Discord, Facebook, all the above if you want to be a part of all the action. Tommy Rogers of Highline Racing Network, appreciate everything he's been doing for us on the back end. And make sure you check out Tommy Rogers. He'll have some races up all week long coming up here shortly, as well as his league, in the middle of the season just wrapped up Dover last Sunday. They'll be back at it again Sunday evening as well. Well, for myself here at the CSR Broadcast Channel, we will catch up with you guys next time.